Okay, so today it's not in your book. I don't really like the book on this, so we're going to do two-step equations without this. So just a little refresher. Remember, when you see addition, do subtraction. See subtraction, do addition. See multiplication, do division. See division, do multiplication. See, do. Okay, just so you have that there. Well, now if you notice, we took what we've done in the last couple of lessons, but now we have two-step. Before you saw this, 2x equals 18, we divide by 2. And then we saw that part, x plus 4, so we subtracted 4 on each side. So now we have a thing called the two-step equation where we put two parts together to make this whole balanced equation. So we're going to draw that line still. We got to get rid of something over here and bring it to this side. But remember, whatever we do to one side, we do to the other. So the first thing I taught you was to get rid of the adding and subtracting. So that's what we're going to continue to do. Instead of adding 4, we're going to subtract 4. Whatever we do to one side, we do to the other. It is very important that you follow the steps like this. This allows us to cross this out. But remember, before there was only an x left. Now we have a two-step. So we have 2 x's left in this case. We do this math, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. And now we're back down to a single step equation. This is multiplication. When two things touch, it means multiplication. So instead of multiplying, we're going to divide. We divide by 2, divide by 2. Remember, whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other. So now we're left with the x on this side and the math on this side. 14 divided by 2 is 7. And you check it the same way, okay? So that's pretty much where we're at with that one. So that just give you a second to look at that. All right, so now we're going to look at this one, drawing the line, keeping this balanced. So instead of subtracting 5, remember we start with the easier piece first. Instead of subtracting 5, we're going to add 5. Whatever we do to one side of that equation, we have to do to the other, keeping it balanced. What we're left with over here is the 3w, and what we are left with here is 30 because we had to add them. This means multiplication. Solve it with its opposite. Whatever we do to one side, we do to the other. So this leaves us with 1w and 30 divided by 3, which is 10. All right, so now these two underneath, nothing different. It's just that this is division, so we're going to solve that piece after with multiplication. So we draw our line down. We start with the easier piece. Instead of adding 6, we're going to take 6 away. Whatever we do to one side, we do to the other. You'll be saying that to yourself in your sleep. We're going to bring this down. We do the math. And now instead of dividing by 5, we're going to times by 5. Whatever we do to one side, we do to the other. This allows us to keep it balanced. And we get 20. Coming over here, drawing that line, instead of subtracting 12, we are going to add 12. We bring down what we did not use. We have 20 on this side. Instead of dividing by 4, we're going to times by 4. Keeping this balanced, w equals 80. If we were to plug this back in, we could simply say, we can do on this one, 20 in place of the x, 20 divided by 5 is 4, and 4 plus 6 is 10. We could put the 80 back in for the w. We have 80 divided by 4 is 20, and 20 minus 12 is 8. You can check these the same way as you did before. And as always, go back through those, but remember, easiest way to do these is get rid of the adding and subtracting piece first, and then go with the multiplying and dividing piece. And as always, I love